Truly, it's a blessing to be here this morning. I'd like to say good morning to everybody. And I just want to thank the Lord for letting us see this day. Truly, it's a blessing. We've come a long ways, but we still have a long ways to go. And I want to thank the Lord for just letting me see this day. Truly, I was born in Jim Crow's day. And in the red hills of Georgia, we saw what prejudice was. So God saw that we needed a change, and He sent us. Martin Luther King, he was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and my sister-in-law went to school with him. So I've seen a lot of changes, and I'm just so blessed that God spared me to see this day. And my forefathers, if they could see this day, my father would be so proud. He would be in Washington, D.C. right now. He was the type of person that loved to travel. He was very adventurous. He was the first black man in the little city where we lived to vote. In that time, black people could not vote. He left home that morning and he said, if I die today, I'm going to vote. And people came from far and near to our house, and they was waiting for my father to come home. And when we saw him, everybody just ran and met him, and they just cried and prayed. They prayed all day that day. And you know, prayer changes things. We've prayed through the years for our young people and our leaders. And God has shown us all things are possible if you believe. Martin Luther King had a dream. But Barack Obama is fulfilling that dream. And we're all here to be a part of that dream. And we want to be here for our young people. And we want our young men to pull up the pants, put the shirt tails in, cut the hair, get a job, take care of your families, get off of welfare, get off of Section 8, get a job. Barack Obama's going to see that all these people get jobs. So we're going to pray and just be there for each other. And let's love each other, and let's just be there for each other. Thank you, Pastor Bates. We have the greatest pastor in the world.
Oh, you are too.
Well, I think most of you know me. I'm Pauline McDaniel, and I was born and raised in Camden, Arkansas. And I've seen it all. You know, colored people's bathrooms. You couldn't go in the front to order food in the restaurant. You had to go to the back. I was in 1957, 14 years old, going to Little Rock when they integrated Central High School on a bus. I went 100 miles away with on a Greyhound bus. I was cutting school, and my mother would have knew that she would have killed me. And I never told her until I was grown and married and away from home. But anyway, I've seen it all. You know, the racism, I mean, it's still alive and well today.
Amen.
But you know what? We as a people must stick together. Form together, you know, and not be divided, so divided, you know. We just need to do as other races, you know, just pool together. You know, most of us, if any family member would come from back south or wherever they come from, you know, and want to stay with us for a little while till they get on their feet, you know, we say, oh no, you can't be here too long. You can't stay up in here, you know. But anyway, we just need to really, you know, be like the other races. If they have to sleep on the floor, you know, back in the day, we slept on the floor. You know, we go somewhere, we'd make pallets on the floor, you know, but we stuck together, you know. And if my auntie cooked a meal, we didn't have food, we'd go eat at her house, you know. So but we just got to be more together, you know, than we are today. And we got to help each other, you know. And we can put our pride aside too and ask for help, you know, when we need help, you know. People are here to help, you know. But I just want the young members, you know, young children, you know, you guys got it good. You know what I mean? Right. You don't know, and it's unfortunate, you know. I look at the young people today, you know. I went back south in 2007, you know, and I listened to the young kids, you know, yes ma'am and no ma'am, you know, the respect that they have, you know what I mean? And it's just beautiful, it's beautiful, you know. And I'm just sorry that I did not raise my children in the South, you know, because they yes and no and what, you know what I mean? But anyway, respect your elders, you know, respect your elders, you know, and listen to them, you know, if they tell you something, don't cop attitude. And parents, you know, don't, you know, when your children come tell you know, so-and-so says something, don't want to jump and go to fight, you know what I mean? Don't talk to my child, you can't talk to my child like that. You know, be supportive of the other people, you know, investigate the situation, you know, do not come hostile and crazy, okay? But anyway, that's all I have to say. I've seen it all. I traveled one time in Mississippi, and I saw a big sign across the town as we were coming in on the Greyhound bus. It said, and I was so hurt, you know, it said the blackest land and the whitest people. You know, what an insult, you know what I mean? And different states said, you know, don't let the sun go down on you, nigga, in this town. You know what I mean? I've seen it, you know. But anyway, but we've come a long way. We got a long way still to go. But we need to be supportive of each other. We need to try to raise our children accordingly, okay?
Amen.
All right, love you.